Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? I just want to say, appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate everybody that been tuning in to my YouTube, man. Numbers been going kind of crazy the last couple of days, man. Again, getting a lot of support. A lot of people been giving me a lot of reactions, hitting me up or whatever. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. But right now it's Monday evening here. It's 5:57 p.m. So we winding down. You know what I'm saying? Just got back getting some supplies for the crib. Mm, yeah, man. I'm just reflecting, man. Reflecting on the last few years, man. About the last 4 or 5 years. It's been a roller coaster, an emotional, spiritual roller coaster, literally. Um, yeah, man. As you know, I transitioned my life. Actually, everything I've had, everything we, knew, we transitioned it to a whole nother country a few times. Actually, this is the third time that we've actually been living abroad. I think the first time was about 3 months. We was going. The second time was almost a year. I'll say 10 months. But this time it's been over a year, actually, almost a year and a half, to be precise. But yeah, man, it's been a long journey, a great testimony that we, went through. I know I don't share a lot. I'm not. I might seem open, but I really haven't been open. But I'm willing to tell everybody my testimony. You know. But yeah, man, leaving, was a great deal. When you're talking about leaving to go somewhere you've never been, that's a big deal. You know, during like that whole pandemic season, we had a lot of, a lot of things going on, a lot of fear going on in America, which we were never scared. That didn't really scare us to leave. But I've always had my plans to come to Africa, man. It was always in my spirit. I say about 2000, from 2017, 18. I've always knew. People used to ask me. I had a dude named Parlo. I used to work with, man, Muslim brother, good brother. You know what I'm saying? Used to work at this steel plant with me. That's all I used to talk about because I used to have all my books and all my Israelite brothers know when you first get that understanding, you face first in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Is actually intimidating by people around you because that's all you talking about. It's the end times, and this that, the law, statutes, and commandments. But yeah, man, I had this cat named Parlo. He used to work with me at my job, and he used to be like, "Man, what you gonna do in Africa? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do as far as a job?" I used to be like, "Man, I don't even know. I just know the Most High is calling me there, and I know, I don't know what he gonna have me do. I might be teaching or something. Who knows, man." But yeah, the Most High made a way, man. He made a way many times. But you know, I don't never look at it as me having to go back as a failure. A lot of people look at it, our people, our culture is always to point the finger and look at people's downfalls and things like that. But best believe I'm gonna always get back up. But yeah, man, our journey actually, man, when we left that first time, I had just had my middle son Azariah. You know, he's 3 years old. He was actually 1 month old when we came to here the first time. Um, yeah, it was kind of nerve wracking at that time because we were we were talking about leaving with another family. Shout out to my brother and my sister. We was actually gonna leave the same day. But we couldn't because my younger son, he was just born, and I was trying to get his passport. And if you know, around that time, around like the 2020 time, passports was like almost impossible to get because it was like everybody was getting them. It was crazy. The process was so long, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, man. But yeah, up until leaving, we was a part of an organization, man, and I had a lot of I had to sit back and think about a lot because we was a part of that organization for over 5 years. And of course, it was an Israelite organization. Much love to them. You know, we kind of did have a kind of falling out, but it's all love. I would say because I'm not a stagnant person, man. I gotta always be doing the works for the Most High. And if I look around and I don't see, if I can't make my spiritual gifts flourish. Not saying that I'm a guy that's gonna kick down the door. Hey, I want to do this, that. No, but I'm talking about stuff on my own time. I think that was kind of like the problem with that. Which I always noticed in that organization. It would be simple things like, oh, let's they'll tell us, hey man, y'all need to get together, quit playing church. We will be trying to build, like, yo brother, let's get together, let's barbecue, let's use the hoop every once of the week. And they would shut it down, man. They would shut it down. Whatever is their reasons, that's their reasons. But it just wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for me at all. But we always talked about in those years in that organization of leaving Babylon, or leaving America and coming into the wilderness as we know as Africa. But during on the road all the time through that, plans changed, but I didn't know that those plans had changed. But I used to always, I try to take the necessary steps to go through their protocol to do that, And I always asked the elder, like, well, what do we got to do if we want to leave or whatever? And he looked at me because, we had developed a close relationship. These people are like family. But, yeah, he told me, man, you got to, let me know where you trying to go, just break down the ticket date, all that. So I did all that, man. I was like, man, I was thinking about going here, West Africa, over here, South, He always would tell me, like, no, we not there. The church not there. All right, so, it finally, it dawned on me. I was like, man, I don't think, they really have a plan for that. And that's cool. But, at that time, I had picked a specific country, where I'm at now. And, I had never been there. We didn't know anybody. My auntie on my father's side had hit me up once we decided what country we were going to. She had reached out to me and told me, like, hey, do you know you have an uncle, over there, in that country, And I was like, specifically Tanzania. It's not no big secret, Tanzania. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that, because my father's side of the family, I really, I'm not in tune with. I lost my father when I was very young. So I really didn't have a relationship with a lot of them. I didn't even know he had a brother, to be, totally honest with you. But yeah, man, he ended up reaching out to me like, yeah, man, I'm over here. I'm over here in Tanzania. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I'm like, out of 54 countries, that's very convenient that, I had an uncle that was actually here, out of 54 countries. That blew my mind in itself, because we all just picked Tanzania off the, I would say because, Magufuli was the president at the time, rest in peace him, a very respected man here. During that time you had the jabs being promoted and mandated, and fear was going around, but he was one of the presidents that stood up and said, no, that's not for my people, don't get that, So a lot of the Israelite community, a lot of the black African community were coming here, I would say fleeing here, and still coming here and still are here, In fact, years back, not to get off topic, but the Black Panthers were coming here, they're still up in like Arusha and all that. But yeah, man, but yeah, like I was saying, my uncle was here. I was able to meet him and go to wherever he was at the time. He's not actually from Tanzania, but he had a situation with a job from America, that was over here. But yeah, man, that's not to get off topic. But yeah, man, through that organization, I was showing, the actual elder, like, look, I got an uncle over there. I think it would make sense, if I'm, go over there and maybe we can do something, be an outreach for the church or whatever. And, he wasn't, at that time, he told me, like, nah, man, we not with that. They wasn't rocking with it. So I had to make the decision, like, I'm going to do what's best for my family and what the Most High calling me to do. You get what I'm saying? And it's respect. But, through that whole process, us eventually leaving, of course it was a hard thing because, these people we had been building with for years, our kids over their houses, we go into their house, they come into our house. It was a very sad situation. I wasn't too sad, but, of course, a lot of my kids and my wife and all that, but of course it was a hurtful situation. But anyway, yeah, man, us first coming here, it was it was a wild situation, man. Going through, you could tell like it's when they see you leaving from America to Africa as a black person. It's really a lot of strongholds, man. A lot of strongholds. They don't want our people to come back here. When I say they, I mean whoever set these, this system up, man. The passports and the elites, the visas, and all that set up for a reason, man. And that's why I urge our people to, branch out and come explore. Because what I've learned here in the last few years, you can't learn that in no college, bro. You can't learn that in no college. But yeah, man, we eventually left, man. The crazy story is, man, we had to catch the bus to Chicago, the Greyhound, because our plane was leaving out of Chicago. So we would have to catch the bus from Detroit to Chicago. And the bus driver was actually like 3 hours late, bro. Like, he was like 3 hours late. It's funny now, but I'm sitting here talking to this Caucasian man and this Arabic man, and we're talking about the jab, and the white man, he's like, yo, it's the good thing to get, everything is spreading and everything, and I'm telling him like, nah, I'm showing him, evidence, because I'm into my debate board at that time, like, nah, you see all the people is destroying and all this, but yeah, we was doing that for about 3 hours till the bus came, man, and we ended up getting on this Greyhound bus going to headed towards Chicago, and I promise you, he stops in the middle of nowhere. I think about an hour and some change when we in the middle of nowhere. He stops the bus and this man says, "Yo, this is my first day. Any of y'all know where we at?" And I'm telling you, the bus went wild. Everybody was like, "What is going on? How you the bus driver? You don't know where we at? We in 2000. We in the 20th century. Where's your GPS at, sir? But yeah, man, that was wild. That's just a wild story, man. I got so many stories, man. But yeah, man. We had eventually getting on that flight, and we was going through trouble then. You know what I'm saying? Getting over here, but I'ma just fast forward. But yeah, man. Yeah, coming here, man, was when I first landed here, it was like a whole new world. A whole new world, because coming from America, we used to the fast infrastructure, the conveniency of a lot of things. But here, the people really get it how they live. They get it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? Ain't all them government programs and all that like that. But the love is here. The community is here. They work together. You know what I'm saying? They stick together. Nobody gonna starve here. And you're more connected with nature. You know what I'm saying? I definitely understand why they say Africa is blessed and its land is very fruitful. That's why I show the videos of, all the things that grow, the natural resources and things like that. But yeah, man, that 3 months kind of went by fast. We was kind of figuring everything out. We kind of was spending a lot of money trying to figure it out, so we ended up, actually that time, that was the time when we was, everything was on lockdown. Everybody was getting all the checks and the child tax credit and things like that. So my bank, I had talked with my bank. They were saying you can travel over here during that time, but when I got here, I couldn't operate my bank account here at that time. For the bank that I was with at that time, and like all my money was just accumulating on my card. So, during that time, we just thought after like 3-4 months that it was best to go back, and we would end up coming back. So that's what we did. We ended up, going back to America, and we ended up coming back. Not even a month or 2 months later, we ended up coming back here. Yeah, man. So I think that second time we stayed about 10 months. It's like time goes by fast, and it's like when you outside of America, you see everything that's going on. You got a lot of time to reflect, and all that time, and I was really like thinking about, because when you leave, man, everywhere you go, you stuck with you. When you in America, you going here or there. Time is like this. You going to work, home, work, shower, home, work, shower, eat. Kick it with the kids, home. But here, it's like the Most High telling you, sit down, sit down, examine yourself, look at who you are, look where you came from, look at your faults and your weaknesses. So that's what I've been going through for the last few years, I had found myself even getting heavy into drinking, being depressed, man, because the way I had looked at it at the time, I thought we would have support for doing what we was doing, considering the goal that we all had throughout the years of doing this together. And I remember going back that third time. Yeah, the third time, and yeah, man, we basically had, we was gonna save up some money. We had stayed there for about a year, but it's like everything went wrong when we went back, and our spirit, we was so depressed, man. It was like trying to come back from here to there. It was like, I don't know. It's a heavy like demonic, negative spirit in America, man. When you come from here, where people are genuine and it's peaceful, and going back to that. That's why I tell people, man, it's really like spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah in Egypt, bro. I can't even explain it. You wouldn't know unless you left America and lived out that country for a while and went back. But I mean, as soon as we touched down, the people was rude. It was just a negative environment, man. Our black people, man, in America are very sick, man. We sick, bro. We sick. We still trying to heal from being over there. But yeah, man, that third time, I had got a job. It's easy to get a job in America, especially in Detroit, considering it's the motor city capital. But anyway, so yeah, man, got a job, was, doing my 1-2 with that for a while. My wife was pregnant. She was pregnant with my youngest son. His name is Zamir. Going through that process. So I kind of had to, like I always did most of the time, was bring the money, bring the bread home, bring the beef bacon home, if you know what I mean. But yeah, man, yeah, so at that time, no, I'm sorry, let me go back. She was pregnant with my son, Israel. She was pregnant with my son, Israel. If you don't know, my wife and I had went through or experienced a miscarriage, Yeah, and I take my hat off to her for that, because it was a very hard situation. My wife went through a miscarriage. We were actually living in a hotel at the time. We were living in a hotel room. Me, my wife, my son Karan, and my son Azariah. Zamir wasn't here at the time. Like I said, this was another son. I always have sons, man. I always have sons. But yeah, it was my son Israel, man. Rest in peace, him, man. He unfortunately he passed away in the womb, and my wife had to still give birth to him, and she was about 5 months. So I had never went through that. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, but my wife. I can't say I went through that, but my wife had went through so much. You know what I'm saying? Physically and emotionally. But yeah, man, she had to give a birth to, a deceased baby. I can never understand that. I pray that, I can't even understand how much that she went through at that time. But yeah, man, what was crazy, yeah, we were living in a hotel. We were struggling, man. I had took out a loan because my van that I was driving at the time had broke down, man. It broke down, and I'm talking about brakes hitting the floor. Man, it was all bad, man. Everything was wrong with that van. I didn't have money for a new car. I had to really take out a loan to get this van fixed. And, all praises to the Most High. He came through. I got that loan and was approved for it. It was like a $2,000 loan. But it was, the interest was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I had every check that I was getting paid, it had to go basically to this loan company. But and at the same time, not only was my wife pregnant and went through that situation, my kids had to go to daycare. You get what I'm saying? Because now, after she gave birth, we were so much in a financial situation, she had to go back to work after that. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. My kids had to go to daycare. So mind you, we living in a hotel room. We're trying to find an apartment. All the apartments booked up at this time, mind you. All the apartments. You had, at that time, they were receiving all the application fees. So we were going through application fees, but they was all booked up. I think we probably wasted about $400 on application fees, man. They was really, deceiving people at that time. Let me say, you lose money, you lose some, you win some. But yeah, man, we was in a hotel room at that time, man. And I mean, literally in a hotel room. And it blew my mind being in that situation. It really humbled me. You know, I've been homeless before, so I understand situations, but having your family is a whole nother situation. Because I've been home by myself. I've been homeless by myself. But yeah, man, being in that room, I used to see. I'm talking about Caucasian families, whole families, five people families living in one room. And it's not that they could not afford an actual apartment. It's just they couldn't get an apartment. Because mind you, I was paying what $350 a week in that hotel. So mind you, $350 every week. The kids going to daycare, $370 a week. So I'm paying all of this, and I'm doing it, and it's you know, it's becoming a burden, man. Becoming a burden. But it's, of course, as a father, you know, you're gonna make things happen for your family. I'm doing overtime, everything I could, you know, and but anyway, man, so I ended up getting the car fixed, and I ended up making it back to that church, man, and you know, and I'm telling you, man, this will mess me up. When I seen the elder of that church, he was like, I didn't know you was back. Where you been? I thought you was over there with, you know, Laissez Swoop, you know, basically saying some other people that they wasn't dealing with. And it blew my mind because I was like, bro, like, I was here. I didn't have a car. My car was broke down. My wife just dealt with a miscarriage. And I'm struggling, bro. And he said, well, why didn't you just, you know, reach out to the... I'm like, man, I'm not, you know, reaching out to y'all, you know. And I realized being there, trying to, you know, be amongst the family, because I think they didn't expect me to come back. I wasn't trying to come back and kind of congregate. It was, you know, their family. So I'm coming back, hey, you know, we here for the moment. Just saying what's up. But I'm telling you, man, the coldness that I got going back there, man, it was like, man, you can tell they really cut us off. But you can tell that love was really never there. But, you know, I'm not making this video to expose that, but I'm just taking you a walk on, you know, what I went through these years, man. But, yeah, man, I felt that. And, you know, a lot of people that I thought, you know, that we was cool with, or we had love for, or that was family, they wasn't there, man. And I'm not talking about there as in financially, or it's just like, hey, man, how you been? Oh, what's up? You know, that hit you with that on that type of time. But yeah, man. But yeah. So coming back this last time, man. And of course, I give shouts out to my moms, man. My mom's looked out. My mom's always been a pillar for me in my life, man. I appreciate her. I love her, man. But she came through a lot of times also, you know. And I was able to eventually get an apartment. Man, we was in, and that's why the rent prices is crazy in America, man. We was living in a impoverished, I would say, impoverished neighborhood. Not too impoverished, but impoverished. You know, if you know anything about, you know, on 8 Mile, the Warren Manor, that's, you know, and they charging over $1,000 for a 2-bedroom, which is crazy. It's crazy. You know, I'm in a, man, if you can see the cribs over here, it will blow your mind. I'm talking about, I've seen people in mansions, whole mansions. They house, they garage is bigger than the houses I've lived in, you know. But you pay nothing, you know. What we consider nothing, a few $100s. But now a lot of people are starting to get hip. But yeah, man, but yeah, coming back that last time, man, I think a lot of people kind of didn't expect us to come back. So when we did, it's kind of like a aha kind of moment. And I never thought it was like I never knew people looked at it like that. But yeah, man, because we always wanted to create an avenue for our people, like you know, because a lot of people, we've been complaining about America for so long, man. We've been talking about, you know, the injustice system, you know, or getting our mule, our 40 acres and a mule. You know, we ain't got that. So my only thing, I you know, of course, I'll keep it real with my people, but our foundation is biblical. You know, we go off the Bible, so you know, it's, you know, the kingdom don't come by observation. So our mindset is, we know that this system is about to fall. You know, not only just in Babylon, but the world system is going to fall, and it's going to be a reset. You know, when you talk about the mark of the beast and all that. So the Most High is telling us to go build with your people, gather yourselves together, O nation not desire. So that's what we always harped on. Well, we could have been an asset. That's what was in our mind. Let's go over here and we can get some land. We can start building some communities. We can use our resources and our people resources and come together, and we can have our own we can have our own situation. But once once I start realizing, man, our people don't want to be free, man. And I seen a post, it said It's no longer let my people go, Pharaoh. It's my people let Pharaoh go, because our people do not want to let that thing go. We are stuck on voting for change, voting for salvation instead of going to get it. Going to get it, and it's out, man. It's out. You don't have to break your back and die in America, man. You can. It's platforms that will pay you, man, to just talk to them because you know English. It's so many ways to make money, man. Coming from America, it's so many benefits that we have that we don't even know. And being the children of the Most High, we don't know how to tap into that because we've been spoon-fed so long by the captors or the enemies. When, the backbone of America been in us the whole time. We the same people that built Egypt. We the same people that built this world economy, let alone America, the White House, whatever. But we don't want to tap into that because we always dependent on a Christ figure or a leadership. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be nobody leader. I don't want no donations. I don't want none of that. And of course, we are here doing the charity events and things like that. Nobody donates to that. Let's get that clear. We're not looking for no money or none of that. If people want to donate, hey, that's fine. But we always put up our own money, bro. We put up our own money and did these things, man, made these things happen. And we wasn't putting it online to say, aha, look what we doing. No, we was putting it up online to, show people, man, this is what we should be doing, charity. But anyway, man, yeah, man, coming here was a very humbling situation, man, a humbling thing for me. I'm just recapping, what I've been throughout the years. And of course, I'll probably do like a part 2, man, just tell y'all a lot of specifics, man, because I'm really trying to wrap it up. I'm not trying to be on here talking people's ears off. A lot of people don't even have the attention span to even listen past 5 minutes. That's why I've been doing little short videos. But I'm trying to put my foot on the gas now, man. I'm trying to turn up before, like I said on the last video, I'm trying to turn up before this thing is, taken away from us, the freedom of us connecting together. And right now, I'm feeling weak in the flesh, but I'm feeling strong in the spirit, if you know what I mean. We've been doing the fast for a few weeks now. We on our 3rd week now. We've been going strong, man. We ain't lacked up. We going all the way, man. We gonna do 7 weeks, 1 day a week. Even if we doing more days of that week, we still gonna do it, man. We've been going hard, going strong, praying for people, praying for everybody. Not only that's partaking in it, but that's going through what we've been through, man. And I just want to tell people that do have a family, people that's married, people that have children together, stay strong for your family, bro, because there's so many entities out here that's meant to break y'all up. People don't want y'all married. People will hate on you. People will talk about you. People will try to separate you, man. Satan, that spirit is real, man. Satan, his whole purpose is to destroy the family structure, to get to the man, and after that, get to those children. He's trying to destroy the righteous, man. But don't get discouraged. Stick together because we're going to need each other in these last days, man. We're going to need each other. But, yeah, man, I was going through a lot, man. Now I feel great. I feel great. And guess what? I'm not about to let up. I'm not about to let up. I'm going to keep my foot on the devil's neck. You know what I'm saying? So if you looking or waiting on my downfall, hey, I might fall, but guess what? I ain't gonna stay down. Most High willing, I ain't gonna stay down. But yeah, we feeling great, man. Yeah, man, I pray that our people can see what this thing really is. This whole election and all these new viruses and whatever popping up, variants is what I want to say, variants. I would say people just watch and pray, pay attention. Always say that, pay attention. I tell my son all the time, I say 3 things. I say watch, listen, and learn. Watch, listen, and learn. Because, sometimes he can be talking a lot. I always tell him, like, bro, watch, listen, and learn. That's the 3 most important things. You know what I'm saying? Everything is moving. Cars moving, people moving, time's moving. But watch, listen, and learn. But yeah, man, that's just a little testimony real quick. I hope I didn't go too off track. This was just sharing my thoughts with y'all today. You know what I'm saying? A little diary or something like that. But yeah, man, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is just a little quick little review or whatever. All right, man, peace.